This week, I'm gonna take you through my new Traveler's Notebook Love and Trip setup. And I will preface this by saying that I really tried to resist this Love and Trip TN. I thought it was beautiful from when they first announced it, but I really didn't need another TN. However, I think after watching some unboxings and thinking about it a little more, I gave in. And honestly, I have no regrets. I feel really grateful that I was in a position to be able to find one of these. I know they've become a little harder to find, although there is going to be a restock later this year. And because I'm about to embark on something new, I thought it would be perfect to use this new TN. Before I take you through my TN and what I'll be using it for, I want to invite you to settle in, grab yourself something to drink, a snack, and something to keep you cozy while we hang out and chat. Today I have hot water, and my snack today is a shortbread cookie. Yeah, so just to clarify, my personal TN isn't going anywhere. I still love this thing and I still keep it near me and use it all the time, but it is getting pretty chunky. So the idea of putting a new insert in here feels like it would be stretching this to its limit. It is starting to feel quite heavy. So for this TN is going to be dedicated for a specific purpose, and that purpose is the artist's way. Editing Alison here, I realized that I was so excited about talking about the artist's way that I forgot to actually explain what it is. So in case you're unfamiliar, the Artist's Way is a 12-week self-guided program by Julia Cameron, and it's designed to help people reconnect with their creativity through a mix of activities like daily writing through the morning pages, self-reflection, and my understanding of it, and we'll see how accurate this is as I go through the program, is that it is meant to emphasize a sense of recovering creative identity through the two main practices, which are the morning pages and artist dates, which I'm really excited to try. Okay, back to the regular video. I know I'm not the first person to do the Artist's Way, and I have known about the Artist's Way for years. I know it has been around for at least 30 years, and I've had a few opportunities to start it. My friend Cass actually completed the Artist's Way with their wife last year, and I was so inspired, and I got the book and I was going to follow along with their journey, and it just never happened. I had a lot going on at the time, and it felt like taking this on would have been just a bit too much for the time. And then Leanne from Leanne Likes and I have been talking for a while, and we actually had thought about doing the Artist's Way earlier this year. So we were thinking it could be a really nice way to kick off the new year, and we were both really excited about it, but we both had a lot going on. So I'm really excited to share that we are actually going to be starting the Artist's Way together, and it'll be the first time for both of us. The timing feels right. We're both ready and we're excited to keep each other accountable so we complete the 12 weeks. And we would really love to invite others to join. So we don't have all of it planned out, but what we do know is that we are committed to meeting weekly to talk about our experience each week. And we are planning on posting videos of our conversations on our Patreon accounts. So we are going to be making this information available for free on Patreon. So we are going to be setting up Patreon accounts, but there will be a free tier where you can join and then you can access all of the content that we're sharing around the Artist's Way. The reason why we decided to create Patreon accounts was because it felt like it would be a little more private, and we wanted to have a dedicated place to document our progress rather than creating a YouTube playlist. So we're really hoping that this will be a landing page for anyone who's interested in joining or maybe curious about the Artist's Way in case you aren't familiar with it. And we want it to be accessible for everyone, so it'll be free to join so that you can engage with the content. So we're each going to have our own Patreon accounts, and then each week we'll alternate which account we post those videos on. So our hope is that if you are interested in joining along, that you will consider joining both of our Patreon accounts. I'll leave a link to both of them in the description. And again, the intention is to make everything available on a free tier so that you can access that information. Okay, so that is my little plug, I guess, for our new Patreon and the Artist's Way. So now that we have established what I'm going to be using this for, I'm going to take you through my setup for how I'm going to take this TN along with me throughout the 12 weeks and probably beyond for the Artist's Way. To start off, let me just say that this leather feels absolutely incredible. It is a dark day outside, so I can see from the camera that this probably looks a lot darker. And sadly, we have just had a string of rainy days, so please bear with me. If I have a chance before I post this video, I'll share some photos of this in sunlight or proper daylight, but it's currently 3:40-ish in the afternoon and it's pretty dark, so I do have a light on. So yeah, this is a beautiful like burgundy red. It's very smooth to feel, so unlike my camel, which is more like a suede, it feels so luxurious. As for the cover itself, the two charms that I've put on the front, I have a coin that I saved from my Japan trip that I've just added here. And then I also have this Trust the Process brass charm from Baumkuchen. And I love this because I think it's just so fitting for this being something for the Artist's Way as I go on this journey to hopefully discover or rediscover my creative self. I have read that there are going to be ups and downs and, you know, moments of regret and bargaining and mourning and withdrawal. So I'm trying to remind myself that if I stick with it and I make it to the end, that it's all going to be worth it. So I want to trust the process. On the side here, I have added these adorable little charms. So I've been really into rating my jewelry box for things that I can add to my TN, which is something that I think I'm really loving about my TN covers. I can't do that with my Hobonichi covers, although maybe I can. I guess I've never tried. But anyway, I've had these two little necklace charms for, I don't know, since I was a kid. And I actually can't wear necklaces because of my skin. So I've had this little bow charm that my mom got me from Hong Kong. And I've had this for a really long time. And I've never been able to wear it. So the idea that I could have this on my TN as a kind of a reminder of my childhood and thinking about that inner child, trying to find that creative, unencumbered self again. That's what these represent. So this is just I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. This is like a little unicorn. I think this might even be plastic, like a little plastic unicorn charm. But it's special because, as I said, it just reminds me of my childhood. I like the idea of sort of returning to some of those hopes and dreams that I might have had as a child. So that's what I have on the side here. And I have not added anything to the bottom here, but I'm going to wait until something really calls to me. And I like that approach because it just allows for this to evolve as I continue using it and as I continue wanting to add little personal touches. I like that there's room, so there's room to grow. So that is the cover on the outside. I love it. Okay, so on the inside, we have my DIY TN folder that I showed you in my last video. So I made this folder with the outer box of what the TN comes in, and I'm really happy with the results. So a couple of updates. I used washi tape to sort of wallpaper the background, and that's what you saw in the last video. And I wanted to, I guess, just share some honest, I guess, like feedback that I would give myself for maybe next time. So you can see here, this is the fold. I don't know if you can see that, but some of the tape, it either split or perhaps this is where the tape ended. I can't remember, but I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of like separation there. So that's something that I would be more cautious about next time, is if I'm doing like a washi tape here, I would try to just make sure that any folds, don't match up with the edges of washi tape. And then another thing is, as I folded some of this, you can see, for example, over here, some of the washi tape did separate a little. So that wasn't like that when I first put the washi tape down, but as I folded the folder, I guess it kind of split it a little bit. So it's not a big deal, but I just thought it was some, good learning. So yeah, but overall, I'm still really happy with it. As for decorating it, I used some PET tape. I think this is, I don't remember the exact name, but the artist is our studio. And it's this really cute PET tape that has a bunch of illustrations in frames. And so I just cut them out and I kind of randomly put them on the front as well as the back. And I love the sort of gallery wall feel of it. And I think it just goes so nicely with the theme of the artist's way. So I really love how this turned out. And I think my favorite one is this little dog here with the beret. And then as for labels, I thought it was a happy coincidence that I ran out of the black label tape, and I had originally bought refills that came with green, red, and black refills. And so I used up all the black tape, and my preference is black, but I didn't want to waste the other tape. So I put the red in, and I just think it, I love that it sort of fit in with me getting this new red TN. So I've just put the Artist's Way here, kind of like a cover page. And then on the inside of the folder, I added one of these beautiful Travelers Company stickers that I got from a sticker pack in Japan. And then on this side, I've added another one, and this one is from the Tokyo sticker pack that I actually picked up from someone off Facebook Marketplace. So I'm really happy with that. I know with the original TN inserts, there's a little card slit here, and I honestly meant to put that in, but then I forgot. And now that I have this sticker here, I'm happy because I don't think this sticker would have fit if I had added that in. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And then within this flap, I have a Love and Trip folder that I got in Japan. I Clearly, I've just completely embraced the love and trip theme because I do love it. And I really love this folder because it's opaque. So whatever you put in here, you can't see it. You can actually just enjoy the illustration. In here, I just have some extra stickers. Some of these I was using to decorate, and then I think I might add these throughout just for some visual appeal. And then in the back of the folder, I have another Love and Trip folder that doesn't have anything in it currently, but I like tucking it in here and I like being able to see the little pop of pink. And then I also have the Love and Trip pencil board. Okay, so that's the folder. So for the first insert, this is what I'm using for notes. So any notes that I'm taking as I read through the chapters and any of the reflection questions. So at the end of each week, there are check-in questions, and there are also some tasks. So I think anything that I want to make note of, that's what I'm going to be using this for. So as an example, I've kind of written down the basic principles, and I've just started taking some notes from the foreword. So that's what I'll be using this for. And I tried to decorate this. I actually laid the insert out flat so I could kind of see the back and front at the same time. And I'm really happy with this down here. Not too sure about what's going on out here, but I used a combination of my label tape. These are some really beautiful washi tapes from the Happy Journaler or Happy Journaling set that is a collaboration between Littlecocostudio and the washi tape shop. So I'll speak about these more in another video. I just cut some of those out and I was able to put them on kind of like stickers. So, and then this is a sticker from the Traveler's Factory. And this is actually a sticker from 2023. And I just covered up the part that said the date because we're now in 2025. And then on the back, I used one of the Pan Am sticker backings, and I just added some stickers around it. And I also added a Traveler's Town sticker. So yeah, so that is the outside. And then this notebook is actually a Paper Penguin Co. Insert using, I don't know how to pronounce this, Shiraioi paper. And it's a beautiful cream paper. It's fountain pen friendly. It's my first time using it, but I have been trying to see, just trying to explore other papers outside of MD and Tomoe River paper. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of thoughts right now on it, but perhaps in a future video I can share some thoughts on how this paper is, but so far it's been very fountain pen friendly. So that's this insert. And then for my morning pages, I'm using a Good Impressions insert that I got almost at the beginning of 2024, so almost a year and a half ago. I bought a few inserts from Good Impressions. So this is using the Tomoe River paper, but it would be before the whole Sanzen paper started to become problematic. I bought a few inserts in that order since I was already paying for shipping, and I have been slowly working my way through them. So I decided to pull one of them out. This one is white Sanzen paper, and I had it customized to 4 millimeters, I believe, for the grid. And I just kind of decorated it sort of similarly. I put morning pages over here. I've got this really cute sticker from Dear Whoever, which is Bronte Plans' store. And I've got a couple of other Art Studio stick view of the washi tape shop. And then I also have this sticker that came with the Trust the Process charm. And it just talks about the creative process. So it says the creative process is a journey into the unknown. The dots are there somewhere waiting to be connected. Each attempt, successful or not, is a stepping stone that creates our path. Trust the process. So I really love that. And I think as I stumble through the morning pages and potentially fight them and struggle to do them, because 3 pages does feel daunting, especially with this small grid. But I am choosing to trust the process. I feel like the timing is right. I feel ready to take on this 12-week course. And I'm really excited to be doing that with Leanne. On the back, I just have a fragile handle with care sticker that came with some of my medication. I've been taking some medication for my skin, and whenever I receive it, it always comes with this sticker. And I got this idea from Seaweed Kisses. She's always finding the coolest stickers and ephemera from everyday items. So I really love the ones that say fragile on them. Another sticker from Dear Whoever, a few stars, and this is a sticker from our studio. So that is my setup. It's pretty simple, and I think that is for the best. I don't think this is going to bulk up too much, because this is basically going to be, writing only. And then this will also be mostly pen, because it'll just be for notes. So I'm really excited to use this. I'm excited for this cover to patina. And I'm really happy that I was able to get one of these Love and Trip TNs, and I'm really happy that I was able to put it to use right away. I think it is perfect. And I just, I had a lot of fun setting this up, and I can't wait to see how this goes over time and do an update on the patina and also how things are going with the Artist's Way. Okay, so just a few final words on the Artist's Way. So again, if you are interested in joining Leanne and I, we would love to have you join in with us. If you've already done it before, we'd love to learn from your experience. If this is your first time and you've been thinking about it but putting it off, perhaps this could be a sign to start it alongside with us. And even if you don't, that's okay too. Perhaps it might be interesting to hear how we're experiencing it. So I'll leave links to our Patreon in the description. The intention is that all of the videos that we post will be in the free tier. And our first video is going to be posted on Leanne's Patreon account on Wednesday, May the 28th. So our tentative plan is to post our weekly updates on Wednesdays. So you can expect next Wednesday, Leanne will post that video, and then the following Wednesday, I will post the video. So we're officially kicking off and discussing next week. We'll be talking about our hopes and goals and what we think we'll get out of the Artist's Way, what we're really excited about, why we decided to do it, and we'll chat through some stationery supplies, because we are stationery enthusiasts after all. So we'll definitely be chatting about that as well. And also what we think might be challenging about it. So I have some thoughts on what I think I might struggle with. I think it'll be really interesting to see if that is true. So that'll be next week. And then the following week, which will be June 5th, is when we will post our thoughts and recap on completing week 1. So week 1 will officially start next week, so May 26th. And then we'll recap it and post that video by June the 4th. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you've done the artist way before, I would love to hear what your experience was like. If you have any tips for us or advice, I'd love to hear that as well. Otherwise, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.